Carly Fiorina, the president made a statement today in Turkey that I want to play in its full context so that people can comment on it. It's really perhaps the most remarkable thing I've ever heard an American president say. Cut number 13.
What I'm not interested in doing is posing or pursuing some notion of American leadership or America winning or whatever other slogans they come up with that has no relationship to what is actually going to work to protect the American people and to protect people in the region who are getting killed and to protect our allies and people like France.
And Carly, just for brevity's purposes, the short version of that is this, cut number 14.
What I'm not interested in doing is posing or pursuing some notion of American leadership or America winning.
What do you make of that?
It enrages me, Hugh. I have been angry since all of this started. It enrages me. This president, well, let me just contrast it. What did President Hollande of France say? What he said was, we will wage a war that is pitiless. That is the appropriate response. That doesn't necessarily mean 10,000 boots on the ground, but it means acknowledging that ISIS is at war with us and therefore we must be at war with them. It requires us to name the enemy, Islamic terrorism. It requires us to acknowledge the reality that they are not contained, that Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton's declaration of victory in Iraq in 2011 and their precipitous withdrawal against all advice from every general and for political expediency and nothing more has given ISIS vast swaths of territory, weaponry, and they are building their caliphate and building, as the former deputy head of the CIA, Mike Morell, a man I worked with for several years, said on television yesterday, they are building an ability to strike in Europe and in the U.S. President Obama is delusional, I would imagine, based on his comments today.
Carly Fiorina, the president also attacked Republicans, and these include Jeb Bush and perhaps you, I'm not sure what your policy is articulated, who said, look, I'm paraphrasing Governor Bush, we can start with the Christian Syrian refugees and bring them here. He announced that as un-American. Jeb Bush wasn't saying just Christian. He was saying you can start with Christians because of the security risk. The president wants to politicize everything.
Exactly right. And by the way, what I have said from the beginning with the Syrian refugee crisis is we cannot let people into this country unless we know who they are and what their intentions are. And we know for a fact that we do not have a process in place to appropriately vet these people.